And I got my tag partner. What's going on? We starting live in technicolor, if you will.
What's up? What's up?
What's up? We are live. We're just running. We're not even doing no intro. Screw all that crap. I put it on Facebook. If you've seen it, you got the picture of Matt Ryan on the white horse riding in to town. Because ding dong, we've got Rich is gone. Ding dong, Ra's gone. And we got ding dong, Terry's gone. So all the ding dongs are gone.
Mm-hmm.
So look. I know there's going to be some interesting takes coming forth. But the first thing I want to make it very clear is I told y'all. That's right. I'm not going to be humble. I'm patting myself on the back because I kept saying that he ain't coming back. That this little mofo. Look, first of all, I want to make this very clear. I didn't do a show because I was boycotting this mess. I was sick and tired of seeing Raheem being the coach. I'm going to give all proper introductions. I promise. Don't worry, everybody. All right. What's up, John? What's up, Ron?
What's up?
John, what's up? Let's see if I can unmute. Oh, John, you got to unmute your mic, brother. I can't do it. All right. Cool. All right. So, look, I'm hoping for Ladarius. We may even have a T-Wheel sighting if he can make it. If not, it's cool. But, nah, for real. This has been a long time coming. So this morning or last night at 8:30, I was getting ready to watch the Steelers and Ravens, two teams that were fighting for a playoff spot, unlike us. But we were making sure that the Panthers got in. So that was really nice of us. I've never seen a game where we donated a playoff spot to a losing team. But that's what you get when you have when you have three teams that finish 8 and 9. Let's make that clear. So, guys, look, I'm starting because, like I said, I'm patting myself on the back. I'm loving this. The things that had to get done, if you really were going to fix this problem, Rich McKay has to get gone. And I mean, it needs to be public. It needs to be humiliating. It needs to be embarrassing. I do not want this to be one of those he can slide in through the back door. I want to see his key card get burnt. I want to see his lockbox get burnt. Dude, short of the Highlander style is cutting off the man's head and setting it on fire. If you ain't got that, then I don't know what we're doing. But I'll be reasonable. How about that? But as I'm saying, I want to burn the man's head off. But anyway, that's another story for another day. But he got to go. But I don't know about y'all. I know I was stunned because I really did think that this team was going to do what I was hoping it wouldn't do, which is believe in the fool's gold and do what they did in 2019. If you all don't know, you should. But if you can't remember, we, as a Falcon fan base, saw a game of, I want to say it was about a 4-game win streak that Dan Quinn ushered. It brought him back. And then when you brought him back, what happened? You ended up starting 1-5, and the whole season went to crap. And it gave us the draft pick of Kyle Pitts the next year. We'll talk about his butt later. But anyway. But yeah, hold on. I'm going to start passing on. So I want to ask guys, so Ra gets the axe, and then not even 10 minutes later, Terry gets you. Dude, don't tell me this wasn't calculated. Josh and Arthur looked at these guys like, hey, we're going to love on you. Yeah, we'll give you bro hug. Yeah, we're going to put the knife in your back too. Don't worry. You're about to get fired because we're not even giving you Monday. We're telling you right before you leave. Hey, you see that box? Use it because all your stuff needs to go there and be out of here. Goodbye. Ron, don't worry. We got Ron Thomas Enterprise. Ron has been busy all day. He has been moving these suckers out of the flowery branch. Don't let him fool you. Yeah, I know. You promised. You kept saying you were going to back up the moving truck.
Right.
But anyway, so Ron, who's in the middle, and I got John Brooks on the other side. Guys, you all have your platforms. I know we've always talked about this. I've seen everyone's comments, but let's get into this. The Falcons finally decide enough's enough. Let's clean house. What are your impressions? What do you think? Where were you when you saw the announcements? And also this morning when we saw Ding Dong, the Rich is dead. for now, we'll see. I mean, I think, when Matt Ryan shows up, it's going to be official, but you guys go.
I was on the phone with another good friend of mine, Nate. Shout out to Nate. We were talking about it, and it popped up on my laptop.
Yeah.
Like Raheem, and it said Raheem and Terry Farno, y'all fired. And I told Nate, and Nate was like, "What the hell?" He said, "Run, that cannot be true." I said, "I don't know." And he went on Twitter, Instagram, and he was like, "Holy shit."
Yeah.
I was like, we don't got to watch skinny jeans on the sideline, ankles no more.
Side note, remember, Arthur Smith got fired at midnight.
Right.
They fired Raheem during the primetime game.
Right. With the whole Rich, whatever his name is, Skeletor, Rich McKay. You've been knowing me for how long, C-Dub?
I want to say we're going on our 3rd year together, so yeah.
So every time I see you, I always say on the podcast, on the show we do, what the hell Rich McKay do for us? I've been saying it for 3 years, maybe longer.
Yeah.
He been,
yeah. What's up, Christy?
He been, since the last time, the first time Tampa Bay won that Super Bowl. Y'all put it in the comments. I mean, I think he been here, 23 years?
Yeah.
So
ever since Arthur, I want to say maybe a year after Arthur took over.
Right. Maybe, so you've been,
give or take.
You've been getting a paycheck and you don't do nothing but fuck everything up.
Dude, he fucked up, or he screwed up the Kool-Aid, that's for sure.
So you don't have no sugar, you just got Kool-Aid and you just got water.
Tell him, Ron.
So tell him, Ron. I've been saying this, why Skeletor been here for so long and what the hell he was doing here.
And never getting blamed.
And never getting blamed. So Arthur Blank was like, you know what? I finna wake up. Skeletor, come to my office. AKA Rich McKay. You know what? I started looking at you. You remind me of Skeletor off of He-Man.
Time to burn the heads off that mother.
So Arthur Blank, he was like, Raheem,
finally cracked John.
Terry Farno, gone. By the way, Skeletor, on your way out, give me your key card. You going too?
Yeah, I need to have that key card. You're only allowed at United and my Enterprise, but not on my football team. Josh is going to make that very clear. Josh is breaking ankles. I think Josh has the baseball bat, and he's just breaking everyone's shins before they leave.
Josh,
like, hey, you ain't coming back.
Right, I like Josh.
Josh is a silent thug. We don't know, but I'm telling you, he's a silent thug.
Right. So, I mean, I was doing flips this morning when I heard it. I was doing flips.
I was praising the Lord. I was singing hallelujah when I saw Rich McKay.
I almost popped champagne this morning. I said, what the hell? Right.
Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We got the superstar, the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour. Yes, Mr. Happiness, Mr. Man that's always bringing the happy.
Can you hear me?
Around. Yeah, I can hear you perfectly, brother. Ladarius B. Brown, what's up, my brother? How you doing? Hold on. We got to get the camera right now. We got to see Ladarius now. All right, we're giving Ladarius a little time. So, Ladarius, when you're ready, hit me up. Or just speak when you're ready. Oh, there he is. Okay, I see him. And by the way, I did hear you. So, you there? Thumbs up, thumbs down.
I think he's muted, C-Dub.
No, I got him unmuted.
Yeah, one.
Yeah, everyone's all good. Yeah. Now we're all playing catchers.
The hell are you guys doing?
Oh, there we go. We got him.
Okay.
By the way, you look great.
What are we doing?
Happy New Year. hey, look, we're honoring.
Spring training is next month. What are we doing?
Look, I'm honoring.
I know
what
Ron did,
Drake
and I appreciate what you did with the hands, Ron, but I love it. That was code for something else, and quite frankly, now
we got the band back.
I don't want to offend certain communities because.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now we got the band back. So, Ladarius, if you don't mind, I'm going to let
the
John
band.
speak.
Wait, I'm the fourth. What is the Beatles? So that makes
no, dude. I was waiting for my lead guitarist. Don't start that now. I was waiting for you.
I'm
to
the
come
lead guitarist. How do you know I play guitar? You're just assuming.
Yeah,
because of my. Oh, okay, I get it. Because
well, look,
okay.
you're actually the full band.
Okay, Slide the Family Stone. Oh, so he surely must know how to play.
You're the full band. Hold on. You're the full band. But the thing is, you've been on a solo tour, and I didn't want to interrupt your solo gig. You've been doing so well. I'm very proud of you. So I wanted to be respectful of your solo gear, man. I was waiting. I was waiting for you to start singing "It Was Lonely at the Top." That's what I was waiting for, my friend.
Listen. Listen. I got a beautiful lakeside property because of that song. So
yeah, I know you do. All right, so let's go to John, and then I'm going to go Ladarius, and then we're really going to start getting into this. So, John, what was your first thoughts? You saw the breaking news, because we all got it on our phones or maybe our laptops. But what did you think when you saw it?
When I found out Raheem Morris and Terry F. Baby were fired last night on Twitter, I found that out on Twitter, and I didn't know what to think. I was like, this can't be true. Then I went on Smitty and I saw one of Smitty's videos, and I was like, okay, this is legit. I thought it was like a false thing at first. And then Smitty made a video. I was like, yeah, this is true. This did happen. I thought it was, I didn't think it was real. I was like, they went and done that. Arthur Blank went and actually fired Raheem Morris and Terry F. Baby. I was like, what in the, I didn't know what to think. I was tripping out. I was like, this can't be real.
Yep. All right, Ladarius, because like I said, I got to go here. Of all the people through this, Ladarius has been probably our coolest head through this whole thing. And he kind of tends to bring us a little bit down to earth. But then there were a few games where even Ladarius couldn't even wrap his mind about it. But Ladarius, what did you think about the news of Terry getting the axe and Raw, and then, of course, our beloved Rich McKay basically getting locked out of the private dressing room, not allowed to hang out with Arthur in the main suite again. This is what happens when you sit in Josh's seat. I'm telling you, Josh Blank is taking some folks out with the baseball bat. Y'all don't believe me. Josh is no one to mess with now. I got to build the legend up, man. Come on. There you go, Ladarius.
I'm looking at Christy. Listen, nobody wants to see those pics. But let's be nobody. Listen, those are something you just kind of you keep to yourself, But oh, did Ron already go?
Yes, Ron went because yeah. So
I'll run back to you, Ron. Ron, you said some stuff. I know it's good stuff. I'll run it back later on.
Ron was giving us the info about moving Raheem and Terry in the middle of the night. It was very informative.
Listen, what is this? True crime? What is this?
To be honest, I just was going to take them down to 285 and leave them right there in the middle of the street.
Well,
we got Epstein and we got the blank mile high photos, man.
Listen, I know. Listen. I know what y'all trying to do. It's 5 days of the new year. I know what y'all trying to do. Listen, I know a trap play when I see it, and I'm audibling the hell out of that play. We're going to run a draw. It's going to be a safe play. Hope we get a first down, get in the field goal range, and take it to the half. I'm not.
And then we're going to miss the field goal.
Coach, are we throwing the ball? We ain't doing none of that. Not with this. No. I'm keeping my completion percentage at above 70, and we're running a draw. It's
you know what?
I don't care.
You got more of a game plan than Raheem did the past couple of months.
Yeah, because listen, I'm doing what our former Gators coach did with the play calling. Hey, yeah, it's 3rd and 10. Just for a draw. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, who needs points? Points are overrated. Who needs them? But my reaction is that I think the biggest factor that came into this is that I think Arthur Blank. Okay, let's see Christy's question. How you doing, Christy? I need to get on your show this year. That's the goal.
Me too.
That's the goal this year.
What up, Miss Christy?
Yeah. And make sure it's a show that Ron has his platform. I have my platform because
yes, everyone's
Ron deserves the spotlight, and I don't want to take away his spotlight.
So let's see. We have the last 3 off seasons. There we go. Oh my God, this is gonna be fun. So yeah, all right, okay. But no, I do agree with Miss Christie. It's like this. It's like you all saw the Pittsburgh Steelers Raven game. That was exciting. I want that for our team. But no, we had to make sure that the Kitty Cats got in the playoffs. All right, so go ahead, Ladarius. I want to get your takes there.
My reaction was we had to understand is that like people were worried about Arthur like to the point I wasn't angry. And listen, like I'm in Facebook groups with the Falcons and I seen like the vitriol and all of that. But here's the thing. I think Arthur Blank understood the whole time. And this is the firing happened for 2 reasons. It was A, like an I told you so. Mm-hmm. And B, it was undermined expectations. Because think about this. We finished the season once again, just like think about this. 8-9. We were tied for first.
Yeah.
And we still couldn't win the division. Why? You want to know why? Because we couldn't beat the New York Jets.
Oh.
Had we beat the Jets, we're 9-8. Last time I checked, that's better than 8-9. That's a winning season. That's a hosting a playoff game. Like that. Like I think people should circle that game because I did. Because I said if there was a game that gets you fired,
yes,
that game. It's that game
hurt. Yeah, that game hurt.
And then luckily we beat the Bills. That's great. But we couldn't beat the New York Jets. And the Jets got mollywopped by the Bills scrimmage squad like it was nothing.
Bills got beat up by everybody. They ended up getting slapped around. Anyway, I won't say it like that.
Like, listen, let me tell you something. Like most people say, listen, that was a crime what we saw up there at Highmark. Listen, yeah. I don't know the Jets. Listen, and here's another great stat. The Jets had as many interceptions as a team as all of us did.
Yeah.
And
John let one fall through his hands, so we got to give John that.
It's like when you had it with a Trubisky, like come on, like we out
he
here.
He threw one at them. He threw one at them.
Yeah, he was like, guys, seriously, I know about. Listen, I was in Chicago, remember? So some things like, oh, they left and they got better. Interesting. That's a case study. That's a case study. Like, so you left and they got better. Oh man, I'm not saying you're the problem. But, it's like the Taylor Swift lyric. Like, it's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. That's you. That's you. But anyway, going back to the firings. I'm sorry I'm taking up too much time. But I think Arthur Blank realized that he knows the talent on this team.
Yeah.
And under an expectations. And people were worried. I said that Jets game, if we don't pick up a game another win in terms of who we're supposed to beat. Like at that point, they needed 2 more wins after that to win this division. Because you beat the Jets, the path to the division is there. But the fact of the matter is that I think at the end of the day, like a firing, I understand why Terry Fontenot got fired. I don't necessarily agree with it. Because I think the core reason is that he got fired was because of Michael Penix, which is not fair. Because Fontenot was right about getting a quarterback. Because look at this quarterback draft class coming in. Outside of Fernando Mendoza, who are we excited about? I know we got a long way. The process is a long ways, 3 months away.
I don't know anybody name
saw
offhand.
Quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What was that?
No, I was going to say I don't really know anyone's name except him, and he kind of annoys me.
And it's
Um,
like
the dude from the quarterback from Ole Miss.
well, he's staying. I heard he was staying in school. Trinidad
Yeah.
Chambliss.
Well,
Right.
I think that was before they beat Georgia. Now you know
Yeah.
you probably are looking at the. Now
Right.
you're looking at the dollars.
I would
Yes.
still. I would still. I would stay. Like
Yeah.
because I think the real draft class is assuming when Arch like that's where we get better. But I think he like had Michael Penix worked out, Fontenot would have kept his job and Raheem would have been fired.
See,
If looking at the because I'll defend Terry Fontenot because he made the right decision by trading that first round pick because our pass rush was out of this world. He was right. He was right. Because people are like, trading a first round pick, it doesn't always pan out. He was right. But I understood why he was fired. Doesn't mean I agree with it. Just like in life, we see things like, man, I don't agree with it, but you understand it.
Yeah.
That's one of those decisions. Now, go ahead, Ron.
See, a part of me, I understand why he got fired, but a part of me looking at Arthur Blank, you brought Terry Fontenot here to do a job. He did not have control of the job, for 3 years? For so long. So then you put him in that spot, and now you like, fuck it. You fired too. Your bald head ass. I don't.
Well, okay. Let's call a spade though. Let's just call it what it is. He did say yes to the job,
Right.
so it's not like he's screaming today, going, "I was blackballed." No. So look, here's the deal. He knew the job. All right, the record is still the record.
Right.
With Arthur Smith, people gave him grace. Okay, it's he had chances. Look, he could have gotten fired when the whole Bill Belichick thing was going down.
Right.
And it was him and Rich McKay going, "Hey, let our powers combined, we fight for ourselves and basically save our butts."
Right.
But
that's why I was like, I understand it from that point of view where you just said, see that, but you brought the man in and he should not really do his job. They're like me working at Home Depot. You want me to be a cashier, but you got me sweeping the floor all night.
What? Man, you should have.
Man, well, look, this is all I'm going to say because we can disagree.
Wait, that was you sweeping that was you, Ron? Oh man.
I mean, no. I mean, I don't.
I was going to say, Ron. I thought you behind the register. I was like,
so you see what I mean?
Stocking. That's what
you got me doing something else, but you want me to sweep the floor.
Yeah, well,
you want me to be the cashier.
Look. Well, we know. Well, Ron, the reason we want you to cashier is because you have that great customer service voice, and you always give, you make the customers feel happy.
Wait, say what?
Ron does the following: I will slap the taste out of you.
Right, bullshit.
Like, I'll be a self checkout. Like, no, honey, we're not going. No, I know. He's a friend, but let's be clear.
I would be one though. If you ask me how much for that 2x4,
he's going to use that 2x4 on the customer.
Right.
He's going to use that 2x4 like he's Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and then we're all going to get.
Hold on, y'all know. Y'all
at the store. Like
y'all remember Time to Kill. You put Ron at the register when it's closing time, and someone's taking a little long. Ron gives him that Samuel L. Jackson look at that movie. Okay, we got to go. You see him? He looks like he's gonna hurt somebody.
Hey, Ron, why did you do that? Yes, he deserved to die, and he ought to burn like.
So that's what I'm saying. I understand why he lost his job, but you should have when he got the job, let him get started of being that GM at that time. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Well, here's what I'm
No,
saying.
I'm sorry, I mean to cut you off.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm reading this comment real quick. Right, they scapegoat Terry. Terry did not select Raw and Kurt, and only. Okay, look. Here's what I'm going to say about this. He's still there, and look, the problem is still going to be the problem. If we didn't get rid of Terry,
Right.
we would have still had an issue.
Right.
And all I've said through this whole time, everyone's got to go.
Right.
If I could have fired Arthur, I would have fired Arthur. I would have been like, hey, Arthur, you too old. Go over to the Mile High Club with your boy Rich. Go on a nice plane ride. And then we'll get Josh, and we're going to go and make this right. Because you don't need to be here. That's what I would have done. But so short of that, all I'm saying is you had to do what was best for this team.
Right.
And I know everybody wants to defend Terry. It's fine. I get it. But again, this is a business. And Terry agreed to the contract. Terry agreed to the job. I get that he didn't get to do everything he wanted. Or maybe he didn't get to pick everybody. Should he have picked? I think he should have. But here's the problem. We will never know because everybody wanted to play this game of collaborative or we're doing this together. Now we're about to talk about the new power structure that I think is going to be better than what we've been dealing with. Let me go to Christy real quick. What would be the issue? He was the best NFL. No, he wasn't. Nope. I'm not playing that game. Hold on. For every plus that Terry had, he had a Troy Anderson. He had a Desmond Ritter. He had do I need to go on? He had a full year. Richie Grant, Jamie Mayfield. I
Michael
keep going.
Jackson, Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles.
Look, Terry ain't batting 1,000. I get it, but Terry wasn't batting 1,000, folks. This ain't Madden. I would like to remind people, you got to play the game, and Terry had some rough patches now, and also. All I got to say is this. You signed Kirk Cousins and still draft Michael Penix. That ultimately did you in.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you want to wish him. Look, I think everybody had to go, and that meant Terry too. Yeah, I'm throwing everybody out with the bathwater, baby, and that, rubber ducky. Sorry, it's just the way it has to be. It's a business, and I'm militant, and I want Matt Ryan to come in on that white horse with a sword and just clacking everything. When he looked at Rich, looking at him like, you going to get out of my seat? That's my seat. Look at me. I'm the captain. Get the hell. Josh, take him out.
What does Tom Hanks got to do with this? Jesus Christ. What does Academy Award-winning actor Tom Hanks got to do with this?
Everything.
I'm like General Patton? I'm like, man, like this sounds... Man.
Look, I'm just saying. I'm very excited about what has happened. Now, John, you haven't said much, so I'm going to throw it to you real quick. So, what's your thoughts about all this, craziness here that we're talking?
I think when Matt Ryan comes in, I think it's going to be a huge boost because now it's going to be a new power structure, like you said, C-Dub. It's going to be the new power structure to where Matt Ryan's going to have some say in the matter. And I think that's going to help because now that Matt Ryan's going to come in here and is going to have a little say in things, I think it's going to make a huge morale because now people aren't going to have to answer to Rich McKay anymore, aka Skeletor, like Ron said. And I think, I think the Falcons are going to benefit from Matt Ryan being here. I think it's going to be a huge benefit. We'll see where it goes. I'm happy about Rich McKay gone, Raheem gone, and Terry gone. I'm happy about his guts being gone. I'm glad they're fired, as Vince McMahon would say. That should have been done a long time ago.
I was about to say, please don't do that. We don't need to bring that man's name.
Listen. Like, John, I love you. First of all, let me preface with saying,
with all due respect,
I didn't lead with that for a reason because that's why I said, John, I love you. I feel like I'm in a power chair, so it's like Vince McMahon, like I get the analogy.
Yeah.
And then when you throw in the fact that we had like here's what we mentioned on this show. We mentioned Epstein, Vince McMahon, and I'm like, and we're a half hour into this show. Like how many? Like next thing you know, there's going to be a list, and I'm like, listen, folks, for legal
You
reasons,
just made the
I have
list.
to step.
Dude, if
And
he
we don't
shows
mean
up
that Jericho list either. That's a whole different.
I'd rather be on that
But we
list,
saw Bill-
honestly.
We saw Bill Clinton. I didn't do what y'all think I did. Nah, Bill. Sorry, William Jefferson Clinton. Nice try. Yeah, that's the second time you lied in your lifetime. You know,
Devil
so
with the
we know
red
what the other
song.
lie is, but we're not gonna mention that name because listen, we're a respectful show, and I don't want to take up time for John. I apologize, John, because John is very good. You know, he does great. You know, recap. He recaps the wrestling very well.
Yes, he does.
So
he does.
he knows what he's
He's
talking
done a
about.
phenomenal job.
And so I just had to jump in because, you know, when I Vince and Epstein in the same show, we're gonna get some calls. I'm not gonna answer them personally, but I see the area code. It's not mine. If it's not 321, I'm not answering. Not where I live.
Cool.
I'm like, nah.
Yeah, we know. I tried to call the man and I could never get a hold of him. Like, hey, Ladarius, give me a call.
Like no. Wait, what is this?
770,
Nope.
baby.
Oh man, was that in the Usher song? Yeah.
Yeah. Or it was in a.
Like I don't recall.
If it was 8675309, which you have answered.
No, I've been no. If you say it 369 on, yeah, like get low. I'm like 3. Like I've been like, oh, I take this call every day. I'm like, hello.
Get low.
Get low. Please don't stop me calling. Okay, all right, we're done.
All right. So look.
So back to the show.
Yeah. All right. So Arthur Blanks puts out. Look, we can debate till the cows come home about Terry. The fact is, everyone's gone, so no one's coming back. You know, it's been done. You can't unmurder somebody. All right. So, you know, Josh has already done the job. Good on you, Josh. God, I'm making Josh sound like a serial killer over here, but you know he understands. You gotta do what Daddy tells him. But for real, oh God, let's see, because Christy's been going off on me on the comments here. So let's see again. He was able to draft. All right, hold on, Christy. I'm gonna go on this real quick. Vince Epstein and the Dollar Tree fully describes the bullet ruse. Boom, boom, boom. Where?
Listen,
all right, Christy. I'm going to say it like this. I'm going to sound like Stephen A. Smith. I love you like a dear, dear, dear friend. But now here's where I'm going to say. But you had David Stills, who really should not have been on that damn field. You had bums on the squad. You had a condom head helmet, whatever his name was, that should not have been playing for Diablo. I mean, my Lord, that big bubblehead helmet should not have been on that field. And you know who I'm talking about, the Notre Dame boy. The special needs kid. Look, he looked lost at times in the game.
I would like to tender my resignation and do a live on the air. It says paperwork.
I can't remember his name. Someone will remind me. He was the middle linebacker, the white guy.
What you're talking about?
No. Xavier Watts has talent. I'm talking about the white cracker that couldn't cover anybody.
The what?
I'm done.
Yeah, we're not live or anything, guys.
Ron, what are you talking about? You said worse than I have. Get back over here. I've been
on this show how long? And we've been mentioning Vince.
I was about to say we went with Vince, the Epstein file, and I say white cracker. That's the role we gotta have to play.
I'm done.
Yeah, not the saltine. Yeah, listen, we don't know if they're saltine. They could be salt free for all we know, Chris.
Exactly.
Oh Lord.
I'm talking the stale cracker.
It's like, yeah, you know, maybe it's extra salt. We don't know. I don't care to know. I'm not
it's
asking.
that bitter cracker. It's that where you go to church and they give you that real stale thing. You know, that's like this is the body. And
yeah,
like, whoa,
exactly, Christy. Unseasoned.
Exactly. Ooh,
let me tell you something. You bring something to me unseasoned. Listen, if I don't taste any, listen, I'm not talking salt and pepper. You know, push it real good. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking. There ain't no adobo, ain't no nature seasoning, ain't no accent on there. Well, I'll give you an accent. I'm getting the hell out of the place. If you don't have that,
Let go.
Get all
I'm
this.
gonna tell you this: if you come to my house with some unseasoned food, you and your dish will be in your car before you count to 5.
He's gonna whip somebody. I was like, geez, that was.
Well, we know about Ron and his whip, so you know.
I thought Ron had a belt like Nero, and I'm like,
yes, we all remember Ron and his belts. I was surprised he didn't get a call from Arthur. I need you to straighten someone out for me, Ron.
Hey,
they think the Lord's body would not. Come on.
I'd be like, Arthur, they give me $5 million. Get $5 million.
I'm not make a call up to the sky. Give me a second. God,
But
nothing like I thought. Listen, I think those would you have those communion delicious. Now,
look, there are some good ones.
You know,
but you know the churches that have the stale ass ones.
If that's the body of Christ, I'm not going to argue against it.
Well, I'm not going to argue too, but I think Jesus' body is a little more seasoned than that.
Yeah, when they pull that lever, man, I'm hanging on for dear life.
Look, y'all just don't stand close to me when I get judged, okay? Let's just put it that way.
Oh, I don't leave
it. When they say, "Hey, who knows C-Dub?" I'll be like, "Don't you say it? Don't do it."
I'm gonna be like, "There, who?"
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna be like Kevin Costner in the Superman movie.
I gonna be like John.
We're gonna 2 minutes just fly away. I'll just fly away.
Dad, I can save you. Yeah, no, I'm not in the mood for that.
Nah. Sometimes you don't need to be saved.
That you want to be playing Don't Say Him either.
All right. So let's get back to it. Because look, I have my feelings about this, but I want to get everyone's opinions. So Arthur Blank mentioned the main, basically there will be a head of football operations.
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, with everything going down, he ain't going to be able to tell you right away. But let's talk about it right now. We all know it's Matt Ryan. All right. Let's not play boo-boo the fool. All right. Matt Ryan will probably be the guy that's going to be in charge of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have a problem with that. I am totally fine with Matt Ryan being that. I have the question, because this happened around what? Christmas Eve, maybe a little before then. Y'all ready? Y'all think that basically Arthur made his decision then? Because I'm telling you, I don't think he wasn't moved by this 4-game win streak, and which I'm glad he wasn't, by the way. But let's go to John. He hasn't really spoken much because we've been laughing and everything, and I want to be respectful.
Wait, why'd you point at me when you said that?
No. I was just doing my hand gesture.
You were pointing. That's a little discriminatory.
No, this is pointing. Point would be this. Yeah.
Oh, now you say I don't know what a point is. Okay,
yeah,
you know what? No. Okay. Whatever. I just got 4 eyes and I can't see. You know what? John, it's your floor. Get my microphone. Get me out of it, because this guy right here. How many people have we offended on the show? At least 5. And we probably offended the whole religion. Like, listen, they come. You want to talk about a blitz? We getting it from both sides. We ain't got nobody blocking. We all getting sacked. Like we all get.
Look, I'm doing the Denzel Washington. I'm offending everybody. I'm like, I got cases on all y'all.
I'm sorry. What happened to Denzel at the end of that movie? I'm sorry, I forgot the ending.
We really don't talk about that part. We just keep moving on.
No, we don't talk about Bruno, but we can talk about what happened to Denzel at the end of that movie. Yeah, because while the speech was great.
Yeah, he kind of got it at the end. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People serving Bill out the
He would try to smoke a cigarette. He was like that.
The Last Supper was lit until the Lord called out Peter and Judas.
Don't let me cross over.
Big Man will be right under Beatles above the G.
What, did C-Dub fade away? they put him in the vortex.
Yeah.
See, he done faded away, and he became obsolete.
Yeah, I'm not saying, listen, he offended a lot of people. So maybe somebody came in and he got smoked. He got smoted, smited, and
he's gonna be on the list.
Matt Hardy deleted.
Yeah, he got deleted. What 5.0? This ain't even 2.0. He's got. No,
he got this.
So I guess, do I step in? Am I the vice president? Okay. Well, unless Ron wants to step in, Ron can step in.
Who do y'all think? Who would y'all like to be our head coach? Let me say that.
Am I on?
Let's start with John and go to C-Double.
Yeah, John.
If I had my choice, I would probably go. I wouldn't mind having Josh McDaniel if we could get him in here. I mean, I think Josh McDaniel would be a great fit. I think he's got a great mind for football, and I think he would be a great fit if we could land him. But I don't think we're going to go that direction.
Ladarius, aka Mr. Brown.
Yeah, hey, I'm using my executive producer powers, and we're going to go to the C-Double.
All right.
I read the contract.
Wow.
Okay, look at you. So look, I had some issues.
We mean look at me like I can't.
Computer shut.
Here we go. Listen, reading Rainbow helped me, but I knew how to read before reading Rainbow. All right, back to you.
I might need to look at my contract.
Yeah. All these butterflies in the sky. I'm going as high as everybody else. I'm not going twice as high. That's the problem. Y'all should be on the same level, but it feels like y'all are above me, and I'm like, so they must be 3 times as high. So that's so.
I might need to look at my contract. This. Let me see.
Yeah. Listen, Ron, you got a lot of belts out of this deal, so let's see. Like, what did
when you come out, Ron's got a sponsorship.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy,
sponsored by them belts. Name of them belts. All right.
Mm-hmm. But
oh my God. By the way, sorry, I'm trying to get back in my computer. I thought the battery was already plugged in, and next thing I know, I was talking, it went dead on me.
Yeah, we know what happened.
So,
we got sent away into a little detention because certain things maybe were said, and then somebody said. And then,
I guess the good needed to have a talk with me. Apparently, I heard. So, look. He knows not always the goodest man, but I played the Kip Wilson song, and he was like, you know what? Thank you.
Listen,
so everything's
on banger. And you know what I'm upset about? Since we're on the subject, so you're telling me Kip Wilson gets a singles run before Montez Ford? That's all I'm going to say.
I'm like on that one. That's kind of aggravating.
It's like putting your pitcher in the cleanup spot. All right, like what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, where does Matt Olson bat? Oh yeah, he's batting ninth. Hey, we lost the game 16-1. I wonder why. How many runners were left on base? Yeah, only if somebody who had the power could have been in that cleanup spot. Oh, yeah, Matt Olson. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Back to you in the studio. I'll be quiet the rest of the show.
Who would you like to be our next head coach?
All right. He goes back to Ladarius on that. I thought I was supposed to answer.
Wait, are we playing ping pong? Oh, what are we playing?
Somebody help me, please.
All right. I got you. So
okay, James Brown, calm down.
I need help.
Instead of the good foot, we on the wrong foot. So we'll work on it.
Help me, please.
Okay, so
you saw Apollo Creed lost that match doing that dancing. I'm telling you, should have calmed his ass down. I tell people all the time. That's my theory. No, you want to know why Creed lost? Yep. Like, bro, you see that man over there? What are you doing?
You know what?
He got listen.
Go
that
ahead.
match was listen. You want a Jets and Bills recap? Just watch that scene. That's exactly what happened. Like the Jets came up like we ain't got nothing to lose, and then they got smacked around.
They got beat so bad that it's like they got owed money.
They
saw Griffin giving out cash.
Back to the last time. They got beat back to 1996. That's what bad they got beat the last time they went to the playoffs.
Somebody told me the Jets they hire almost everybody works at Walmart on third shift.
Well, switch it up and go to Target.
Yeah. Okay.
The Walmart model is not working.
Yeah, and you ain't rolling it back. All right. So look, coach, for me, I got two in my mind that I'm pretty much sticking with. If you're gonna force a new coach, then get me Clint Kubiak. He looks like a jerk in a butthole, and I want him on my team. I really do. And if I'm able to get an experienced coach, and I want to kind of wait it out with the playoffs, I want to go after Matt LaFleur from the Packers. I mean, you got the relationship with Matt. Let's keep it a buck. Fans in Green Bay are aggravated, mad, but you look at the record. Look what he did with Malik Willis, who's a free agent, could help because you're going to need a quarterback, at least for the right now. I'm not saying you're letting go of Michael Penix, but maybe he's a guy that develops quarterbacks. And that's kind of what I'm looking at is, can we get someone that can get the most out of the talent we have? I think Matt LaFleur would be great if they let him go. I'm also looking at Baltimore. What are they doing with John Harbaugh? Because I'm going to go here. His time may be up in Baltimore, but that doesn't mean he can't coach somewhere else if he wants to now.
Right.
But those are my guys right now. So let's see, Ladarius, go ahead. Let's hear yours, man. And I hope I didn't steal anybody.
Wait, you stole from me? Now you're a thief. Interesting. Now,
I said I hoped.
Listen, you know why I locked my dressing room? That's why.
Yeah. Now I know. I'm sorry.
Because listen, I know how much Skittles I had in my bowl, and that bowl was kind of light. That was kind of.
To be fair, I've never seen a man count his Skittles. But you
listen,
made
there's
that
a lot of
into
things
a math.
people should have been counting, and that's how they don't. Yeah. Listen, a lot of people don't count a lot of things, like they money, and then someone comes in and takes it. I don't mean robbery. I mean just like
Debo,
Kirk Cousins. Now the point.
Kirk Cousins. Now I've got Kirk Cousins as Debo in my head.
Yeah, he took the chains and everything. Yeah, Kirko set us up. I'm telling you right now. If I do this, that makes me popular. Nah, bro, you're a thief.
Yeah. Oh, he is. He is.
Getting your haircut at Supercuts and you work at Kohl's. Nice try.
Now, by the way, I don't know that commercial with Jesse Palmer. Commercial with Jesse Palmer.
See, that's what's even worse. See,
dude,
that's what's worse. I'm glad somebody said that because listen, I know Jesse Palmer, Florida Gators, great quarterback. I'm like, first of all, I guess they couldn't get Rex Grossman, so they had to settle for you. So that's number one.
Yeah,
and then you had to get Kirk Cousins because I guess Sam Darnold wasn't available, so they got you. So. We saw a bunch of backup. We saw a bunch of backup quarterbacks in that commercial. So Supercuts. I'm not saying you're a backup hair company, but you are what you paid for. Now, listen. You go to Dollar Tree and your toy breaks. Think about where you got it from. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that's a you problem. That ain't us problem.
Oh, you telling me this $1.25 toy broke the minute I put it in my car? Yeah, I wonder why. Yes. Yeah. Like, well, what happened? But we're back. So, and we're focused, and we're back. Now, all right, there we go. Oh, wait, I got it. There you go. That's how you gotta do it. It's along the top. I need to get down from here. I don't get the top anymore. Get me down. It's too high up. Someone bring this. Someone get me out.
Love you, Flash.
But, I guess over the top, yeah. Hey, where that song on the hot? That song was ranking 112. There's only 100 songs on the Hot 100. It was number 50 in Romania. Interesting. because they don't speak. Okay, you know what? We're not gonna get down to that because we have enough, foreign issues in this country as is. So, and we already talked about like Epstein and McMahon. So if you're like, hey, all hands on deck. But the two names, like I come down to two names. I think I spoke about it on this show.
Yeah.
The very first phone call I would make, and people may think it's weird, like I would call Clint Kubiak because of the work he's done with Sam Darnold, but his body of work. And if you look at his body of work and the quarterbacks he's worked with, we need a quarterback developer. We need someone because, listen, we're going to need a quarterback. If Penix is not ready, which by all accounts, it doesn't seem like he'll be ready. And, if you're going to move on from Kirk in the offseason, we have to get a guy who can develop a quarterback or get a veteran presence and maximize the skill set, which he's done. Like Sam Darnold's done it in two different places.
Mm-hmm.
And think about this. Listen, he worked with Kirk Cousins as well. So maybe there's a situation where, maybe for the intermediate, but he knows how to develop quarterbacks. Because when we all thought that Kirk was far, so I think Clint Kubiak is a call. I think one or two other names, and interest me. Like the one I think about Joe Brady for Buffalo. And we talk like the whole situation with Dayball didn't work out, but with Joe Brady, I think Joe Brady's different because notice the change in that offense when they fired Ken Dorsey.
Yeah.
And notice how it changed. Like you let Josh Allen be Josh Allen, but notice how when he stays in the pocket, he's very good. It's about knowing your quarterback and knowing what he's capable of doing. That's the person who we need. And another name that I think makes sense to me personally is that I would call Brian Flores. Brian Flores because I think sometimes we get caught up. Are you patting? Oh, you patting?
We're patting you on the back.
No, Ron, listen, Ron, my back's over here, man. Yeah, that I know. You're touching yourself, and listen, this is a family show.
Hey, this is a PG show.
You gotta.
I don't know. I think I busted that rating earlier.
Like when you're doing like that, you might be doing. Listen, I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just saying if we show this in other markets, you might get a phone call. Like I'm not. Once again, I'm not taking the phone calls unless it's like 369.
Lord,
we all know he'll take
like that. Like I'll answer because if you put a song, if there's a phone number in a song, I'll answer it or zip or an area code. I'm like, yeah, like with Pitbull, Dale the 305. I'm taking that call because listen, and then you might get Daddy Yankee to join. Listen, that was a great performance at the New Year's. But anyway, we gotta be focused. So the reason why I say Brian Flores is because I go back to when he was with Miami.
Mm-hmm.
And he was right about Tua Tagovailoa. He was right. Mm-hmm. And we wanted to believe that Brian Flores was a terrible coach. And people were like, oh, that's why Brian Flores lost his job because of the development of Tua. Now we had Tua under Mike McDaniel, who's an offensive-minded guy. So show me the difference. And I like Tua a lot. And Miami's on the hook for a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
They're on the hook for a lot of money.
A lot of money.
So Brian Flores wasn't wrong. And I think sometimes we get caught up in offensive, defensive coordinator labels.
Yeah.
Because think about this. Mike McDonald, a defensive-minded coach, had Clint Kubiak in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Think about for Bill Belichick. For a majority of that time, he had Josh McDaniels. My only issue with Josh McDaniels is that he coached. This is the same guy who drafted Tim Tebow, who I like as a person. And I said it then. That man is not an NFL quarterback because he was not developed to be an NFL quarterback. But Josh McDaniels thinking, Josh McDaniels is like that. It's like someone who says, oh, I can fix him. No, he didn't.
Oh, God. No.
And he threw a wobbly pass to win a playoff game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that pass had just as much accuracy as, if Air Bud could have threw that ball better. All right. But so while I agree with my whole thing with Josh McDaniels, I don't hate it. But if we give him a third, look at his work with the Raiders. He could have developed a quarterback there. I think Josh McDaniels, great coordinator. Like, say, I put him in the same boat as Adam Gase. I put him in the same category as, like, back in the day, Norv Turner. Great coordinators, mid to average head coach. And the verdict, like I said, I'm not going to put Brian Daboll until he gets a second shot at coaching. But to wrap up the point, I think Brian Flores can continue the defensive prowess that we have, because you look at that Vikings defense, like, for a lot of times they were a top 10 defense in this league. As Ron takes a delicious menthol cigarette, and
apparently I'm forcing him to smoke.
So I'm crazy enough to take a since Blank's son has been so visible, do you think he's been instrumental? I would like to. I think of it this way, because that's a great question, Christy. I don't mean to take away the question. I apologize for using that, but I think about it like this. It's like you're seeing now with Jerry Jones and his son Steven. I believe Stephen Jones is taking more of a role in that organization for Dallas, because here's what I mean.
Yeah, no.
I think you do, because at some point you got to have that conversation. Like, I think you do. I think Stephen Jones is having. I think if we're up to Stephen Jones, I think the whole Dak situation might look a little differently.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying Dak, but anyway, and also look at the situation with the Yankees with George Steinbrenner and his son Hank Steinbrenner. At some point, you take over. It's not because you're terrible, but at some point, like, Josh has to step in for his dad. His dad, everybody wants to win. Arthur Blank fired Raheem Morris because, simply put, he had more talent than what Arthur Smith had in 3 years, and only produced 2 seasons with one more win.
Yeah.
And so now, if you think about it now, so I don't like to play hypothetical, but what if Arthur Smith had this roster?
Well,
And we ragged on the, like, listen, he got stuck with Marcus Mariota, Desmond Ridder. He got stuck with, like, respectfully, in retrospect, maybe we should have took Malik Willis, because those were the 2 guys, because they were both drafted in the 3rd round. If you go back to that draft, and we took Desmond Ridder, I think Desmond Ridder went ahead of Malik Willis.
Yeah.
And this is why I say, going back to the coaching aspect, this is the thing. I focus on the quarterback development. I focus on what coach can bring stability to, like, because this is not a rebuild situation. People may think it is. It's not. Because if we had a quarterback stability, this is a playoff team. And people could argue, even if Kirk Cousins was starting, would it really make a difference of this team being a playoff team? Because if that's the case, if that was the case, I'd be like, okay, you got me. But people think, this is a rebuild. No. You want to know what's a rebuild? The Jets are a rebuild. The Browns are a rebuild.
Arizona, a rebuild.
Arizona's a rebuild.
Yeah.
Think about Arizona made the playoffs. You know what they're talking about? I think, like, 7, 8, 9 seasons?
Yeah.
But we don't talk about them.
We're the second. Well, I think it's us and the Jets were like the longest, and then Arizona's
like
behind
the Jets,
us by a year or two.
The Jets, Falcons, and the Cardinals, I believe, the top 3 teams with the playoff drought.
Yeah.
Like, but out of those, we don't have to go out. We just have to find the stability at quarterback, and hopefully Michael Penix gets healthy. Because I'm not giving up on Michael Penix. I see, I mean to go on this rant. I apologize. I truly do.
You're fine.
But
go ahead.
It gets to me when we get rid of Michael Penix. Okay. So a health, and people, I can say this about any position. If Michael Penix was healthy, like, think about, like, the offensive line situation. We still have maybe to do some things there. Like, we got to think about what we lost on that offensive line in the offseason. We got to think about what we lost in terms of whether it's injuries or whether it was free agency or whatever. Michael Penix showed flashes that he could be the guy. I didn't say he was the guy, but I'm not going to throw him away You can keep him on the roster, and you can bring in a backup, or you can bring in a veteran presence to compete. Because this is the problem. And we talk about there's a quarterback development problem in this league. It is. Because 89-year-old Phillip Rivers had to come back from coaching his team at high school team to get a job. They're telling me
all his
young
grandkids.
He didn't want to be around them kids. I'll say it. He didn't want to be around them kids.
Man, the holidays be stressful. He got the coach from the coach. He's like, hey man, can you help me out? And Rivers like,
right. He would rather get knocked. He'd rather get his ass knocked around by a bunch of 270-pound defensive ends than to be at home with his kids, to be with his grandchildren.
To be fair, I think Phillip Rivers won, to be honest with you. If you really, he got 5 years of that insurance.
He's like, listen, and then he re-upped his insurance. Listen. So my point is
flexed
that
on him.
Yeah, and I'll say this by wrapping up by saying this: the NFL has a quarterback development issue.
Yeah,
and it has to be talked about, because you're telling me that, respectfully, Cam Newton should have got a phone call. The reason why, like, if you look back at when he was with the Patriots, think about the factors of it was a COVID year, and he was basically their best player, and like he could run the ball. Because in that COVID year, there were a lot of players who didn't play, but Cam wasn't terrible. And you're telling me you would take somebody a little bit old, you would take Phillip Rivers over Cam Newton.
All right. To be fair about Phillip Rivers, let's remember this though, because this is actually some interesting things. Phillip Rivers, high school coach, but also the offensive system he was working with, or the offensive playbook.
I get all of
that.
I get it.
Yeah, and I'm just saying what I'm saying is that Phillip had a relationship with Shane, so I can understand why they did it. I'm stunned too.
I'm not saying I disagree with it.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but you're right. There was a built-in relationship with the Colts already there.
Yeah.
My point is that when we see other quarterbacks get injured,
I'm with you.
We don't develop. Like, there's a lot of young quarterbacks sitting at home who weren't terrible, but we got to start questioning: are we developing these quarterbacks to be great or to be competitive? Because you can keep like you can draft Fernando Mendoza, you can draft you can draft these quarterbacks. But do you have the right people in place? Because I was told, I was told Shedeur, because I was told Shedeur Sanders was trash. I was told that, and he looked pretty good, given that he had nothing around him.
Well, real quick, by the way, I know people are saying Shedeur, won't have a career with the Browns. Don't be so sure. The owner wanted him, and I think what's going to happen, they'll find a way to either get rid of Deshaun. They got to find a way. They have to, and then I could see Shedeur being there, and the new coach has to develop him. That's on him. Right. I don't think and I think he'll be a Browns guy. I do not think he's going to get traded. I know a lot of people have been begging for it, but I don't see it. And look, I was surprised he went fifth round.
You know why? Because people, and I'm going to say this, and I don't know if it gets me canceled or not, but we've done a lot of things on the show that are cancelable. Yeah. Like we talked about Epstein and Vince on the show, so I think we're in the clear. And we talked about
Jesus. Break the big subjects, pal.
I think we covered the big three, and I don't mean that big three. That's the big. But the reason why Shedeur fell was because of his dad.
Yeah. Well, and also his mouth. Why. You got to remember, he was very cocky, but I don't think it should have cost him out of the first round. I don't think I thought his play was.
He could have fell in the third. If you would have said third round, I'd have been fine. But you're telling me every quarterback is acting professional and we're great? No.
Look, Dylan Gabriel should not have been picked before him. Let's
Dylan Gabriel. Did they watch that national championship game? Like, Ohio State beat the butt cheeks out of them. Not cheeks, the butt cheeks out of him. But that's the guy you wanted? Cool. I'd argue for Pittsburgh. They drafted Will Howard. That's going to be the future of that franchise.
Yeah.
But to circle back to the point, I think don't focus on like find a guy who can bring in offensive guy, develop a quarterback, or have a defensive guy who can bring in the right offensive staff. So I'm done.
Well, the only question is when you bring a defensive guy, people are scared because you're going to take their offensive coordinator. My thing is that's why you make sure you have more than one. You make sure you have a good crew. Look, the Falcons screwed it up themselves. It was Dan Quinn's pride. If y'all remember, it was Dan Quinn that didn't want anybody from the Kyle Shanahan crew. That meant Sean McVay. That meant Matt LaFleur. That meant, McDaniels. And me personally, that's the worst way you could have went. But yet you went and got Sarkisian and told him to play off the Falcons play. You can't do any of that crap anymore. You have to let Matt, if it's Matt, find that GM, let that GM hire the coach. All this talk with Terry, and, with Rob, you got to throw it all in the past and just be like, this is your new paradigm or this is your new shift of leadership, because that is what has to happen. Now, there have been some names mentioned about the GM role, and a lot of them have interesting ties to Baltimore. Now, of course, someone said Chris Greer from Miami. I'm not down with that. But there's Huckabee, and he's from Philly. And then this guy, Ian, from Baltimore. So, and I know Ron's got his guy, so we're going to let Ron say his. But, John, are there any GM guys are you looking at that you hope maybe get a shot? Or maybe if not a name, maybe from a team that you would like to see kind of help influence what we need to do here?
I think the guy you mentioned from Baltimore, I think if we could land him, I think he would probably be a good fit. I mean, I like what they're doing. I mean, Baltimore didn't make a great run this year, but I think if we get a guy from Baltimore in here, I think, he could be a big help.
Yeah, well, let me make that clear real quick. The guy, Ian, that is like an assistant GM with the Chicago Bears, he is from Baltimore. And GM'd also with the Eagles. So, but he's been working with the Bears. So that's who I'm talking about there. And look, the guys that have had experience with the Ravens have worked under Ozzie Newsome. So that's the other thing. I'm looking at that as a key person to work under. Let's go to Ron. What do you think about GM? Who it could be a name or it could be from a team that you're looking at. Who would you?
I'm looking at. I got a name, but I don't know the other name. The name I got is Louis Reddick.
All right.
Somebody told me earlier he worked with the Cleveland Browns back in the day.
Yeah.
To me, he know what he be talking about. And he would call you out on your BS. He did it. He did it to Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan threw like 3 picks.
Mm-hmm.
He said on national TV, Matt Ryan know better.
Yeah.
That let me know he called people out on that bullshit. And we need somebody like that in the front office. If somebody do something wrong, hey, you know better, dog. But Pittsburgh, to me, the GM for Pittsburgh, assistant GM, to me, in my opinion. Why? They be winning. They get talent. Oh, by the way, they been winning. And by the way, they get talent.
Okay.
So, and they go to the playoffs. So
you're looking at a guy like Andy Weidl or Weidl.
Right.
It's Weidl.
Right.
I don't know how to pronounce that last name, but I'm just saying.
I'm looking at him or I'm looking at somebody from Philadelphia.
That would be, give me a minute. I'll get you the name. That would be, and that's the name actually I brought up. It's It's Harrowby, Alec
Right.
Harrowby,
So
Hallaby. Ryan
again,
actually shouted him out too.
right again, they've been winning.
Mm-hmm.
Again, he know what it takes to build a good team. He done
He's a Harvard graduate, by the way,
right.
and he's very young. They
S-
say he's like 30 something. Yeah,
Right.
he's not that old.
So to me, he know what it takes to build a good team. We need somebody like that.
Yeah.
And I respect the hell out of that. And,
Yeah.
and plus, it will be touch away from my co-host on Tuesday night. Talk your ass, Dennis Stone.
Look at you trying to take a man's crew member. I like that.
Oh yeah,
That's good. Yeah.
I got to. You know how they say when you don't kick a man down, huh? I'm that man you kick down.
Ron's like, I'm gonna be kicking you. I got my boots on. I don't care.
Right. I got my steel toe. But
Cool. Ladarius, you still with us?
No, I'm not. I'm not here. So.
All right, cool. So since you're there in voice alone, can
I
you give us?
literally just said I wasn't there. Hang on, wait a minute. Like, see, this is what I'm talking. This is the stuff right there. Like Ron needs to read his contract. I need to redo my contract. I don't even want to read it. I'm just gonna put a couple of things in there already. This contract. Like, first of all, I guess I gotta lay out the jokes because I heard he was dragging the show. So I guess I gotta be
you're not
serious.
dragging the show. I never said that.
Breaking news out of Switzerland today. The chocolate reserve is melting in Zurich and its capital Bern. We're going to go to Willy Wonka live on the scene. Willy, what's going on up there? There's chocolate everywhere. Thank you, Willy. We'll be right back with the news right after this. You see the serious stuff? Yeah, you see how they like that now. Oh, ratings are down, so I get to be funny? Okay, great, thanks. So Willy Wonka, unfortunately, we lost him in the chocolate. So literally, he got lost in the sauce. We'll be right back.
Okay, and that means he will not be up for the GM role. So who would you prefer to be the GM?
See how he tried to tie it in? See, he cut off the humor. So we got to be serious, guys.
No.
I'm so funny.
It's raining.
Got tears in my eyes. All right, go ahead, Ron.
That's
I got
world
you.
news for tonight. We'll see. I'll see you in the playoffs. I'll see you covering the game. Good night. Which game? It doesn't matter.
Go ahead, Ron. You're good.
I'm closer to Jacksonville, so we'll be Jackson.
Hey, man, you got a playoff game.
Yeah, that's great. Jacksonville. I did go to a game.
Yeah,
and it was the Browns, and the Browns won. So I'm just saying, hey, where's my Buffalo? I'm just saying, Jacksonville is 0-1 when I'm in present. So I'll just buy some snacks. But
you know what? Look, Buffalo, get my guy into the stadium. I guarantee you'll be happy.
Yeah. But I do like Jacksonville Stadium. It's a great stadium. It's good people there.
Did you get in the pool?
Day, so
no, they didn't open.
I get in the pool. Listen, I don't think it was ready because they've been caught on CBS. My ass in the pool. Like, hey, Darius, were you at the game? No, I disagree. Were you in that pool? Listen, a lot of people were in that pool. You were tall, and what else? What made me stand out? My glasses. What else made me stand out? My plain black shorts. No, I need you to tell me, CBS, what made me stand out. Because this is why Fox is getting to you. Fox would never.
I just want to hear Tony Romo. Look at that guy, Jim.
Look at that guy. That guy's a hunk of a man. Thank you, Tony. You know what, Tony? You're all right. Sometimes I feel like you're a little under the sauce, but you're okay. We all hit the sauce. Right?
Yeah, we do.
When I mean sauce, I mean Worcestershire sauce, not the liquor sauce. Actually, I think I do mean the liquor sauce. I don't know.
I mean, you probably do. So it's all good.
Yeah,
no one's judging.
Yeah. So the one Ron must have dropped off.
Yeah. Ron had to drop off. He had to get something done. So
yeah, he had to probably check it. He's a busy man. Clean his belts and whatnot.
He's out.
Yeah, you got like that suede. Listen, suede's a very fine. Anyway, but going back to your question, I think the one name that always stood out to me was Ray Agnew, the assistant GM for the Lions.
Yep.
I think I spoke about it on the show, and I talked about his resume, and I talked about, like, we got to remember the Lions were one of the worst franchises in this league. And then so when Brad Holmes was hired, and then I think Randall's been the assistant here for like 5 years. And then he also worked with the Rams as a special assistant. He was the team, I think we need a guy to come in who understands the needs of the roster. And not every GM has the same objective, or like every team doesn't have the same objective. I think whoever takes this job has to understand what we have and what places we need to get better at. And you look at the Lions went out and they traded for Jared Goff because they tried drafting quarterbacks. They blew a lot of first round picks. Like, remember that time they drafted 3 receivers, with their top pick, 3 straight drafts? Yeah. That didn't, yeah. So
that was Matt Millen.
So there you go. So, and I think the way this, like, I'm not focused on how the Lions look now, but you think about where they were 3-4 years ago to where they are now. That's building a roster long term. And I think a guy like Agnew, if you need to build the roster, because we got to understand, there's going to be some this next GM has big decisions is going to be, because, Drake London's contract.
Yeah.
Bijan's contract. And how do you sustain the defense? Because at some point you got to pay Pierce. And you got to pay these guys. I'm saying that's like down the road. But,
and you got to figure out if you have a quarterback.
Yeah. It's how you're going to handle Kirk Cousins' contract. Like, there's decisions to be made, because what are you going to do at quarterback? Are you going to try to trade back into the first round and get a quarterback? What would that look like? Or do you look at the free agent market like how Seattle did? Now, mind you, Seattle drafted Jalen Milroe, but that was like in the later round to develop. But they needed a guy to win now, and that was Sam Darnold. So do you take that approach that Seattle did? It's like, okay, the Jalen Milroe era is not starting now. Let's go get a guy who's familiar, whatever. That's what Atlanta needs. We need familiarity at the quarterback position, like a veteran presence. And the next GM, I look at Ray Agnew, is like, listen, they traded and essentially swapped Matthew Stafford for Jared Goff.
Yeah.
And while, listen, the Rams may have, Stafford has a Super Bowl, but the Lions won because they actually have a franchise quarterback, which I think was the penultimate goal the whole time. So if you're Atlanta, like, what are you going to do with, like I said, what are you going to do with Kirk Cousins? Are you how do you handle the Penix situation? And I think a guy like Ray Agnew stands out. Now, if you want to look at organizations that know how to build rosters, like, I would look into Philly. I would look at teams who have built their roster over time. And because we tried the Patriots approach, we tried with Scott Pioli. We kind of tried him. I believe he was part of the front office as well for a while. Scott Pioli was. So I'm not saying the Patriot way is a terrible way, but I think I look at teams who built their roster over the years successfully. And that's why I say Detroit's on that list. Philly's on that list. And I also kind of lean towards San Francisco, because, like, I tell San Francisco, think about this. They're probably the most banged up team entering the playoffs. And had they been healthy, they could have beat Seattle. And I believe that. But it was a lot of health issues. And it's a testament to Shanahan, Saleh, and John Lynch building that roster. So the 49ers understands how to build, like, somebody from that tree. But my first call,
Tariq, his name is Tariq. Ahmad. I hope I'm saying it right. Ahmad.
Yeah,
but it's Tariq. All right, Tariq. But
Ahmed,
his name's on here, and I think he's one of the guys that people were talking that they want to interview. Actually,
yeah, because I think because we have to kind of look at what you want in a roster, and there's plenty of talent, and to be had, it's how you get it. So I think at the end of the day, that's the kind of route I would go. Is like I would definitely get Agnew, and like I hear the name Louis Riddick, but the more I hear that, the more I think some people he might just be happy being at ESPN.
Yeah, I actually kind of
like could Louis Riddick be a GM of an NFL team? Yes, he's even mentioned like he's taking calls, but it's like when you think of former coaches, just like Bill Cowher, he could have left CBS. He likes working at CBS. Tony Dungy at NBC. This was like a couple of years ago for Dungy, and Dungy said, "I'm good at NBC." So I argue that when we talk about certain, like we understand, they're probably happy where they are, and it's like if I don't have to deal with I'm good. So, but my main name is Ray Agnew. But I like Ahmed. Like I say, look out for organizations who have built rosters potentially more so through the draft, heavily through the draft, and gotten the right free agent picks, right? That's the kind of GM I need in Detroit. Built this roster through the roster, made a major trade, and I think that's the kind of route I would go to. But I'm very curious in that regard.
Yeah, and like I said, I think the guy I'm looking at is I like the 49ers guy because you look at what they did alone to get through what they had to just to challenge for the 1 seed. Impressive. I don't care about their schedule. I think you could throw that out the window when you had to start Mac Jones for how many games? Like 5 games? So I look at that and I'm impressed by that. And then I look at over what the Falcons did. Compare what the Falcons didn't do. You know, they had that issue where they didn't have somebody to, relieve the middle linebacker. When, you know, oh God, I can't remember his name. It's on the tip of my tongue. Divine Diablo. All right. When he went down, that was such a crucial part. The receivers, we had no depth after Drake London. Mooney fell off the cliff. We let go of Ray and Mookie. And then, we never really used our tight end like we were supposed to. And I just feel like that's just something that will always kind of haunt this team. So, and I just, that it just doesn't feel right when you talk about that, So, all right, I'm working on things. I got like several different things going on here, so I apologize. But yeah, so that's something that I've thought about with this team. I don't think anything's going to get done right away. So, John, I think the one thing we all expect Thursday, I think Matt Ryan will be introduced. I think that will happen. What do y'all think about what will happen? I think this is going to they're going to take their time, I think. But what do y'all think? So we'll start with John, then Ladarius, and then we'll wrap up.
I think with Arthur Blank's press conference on Thursday, I think he's going to introduce Matt Ryan, and I think it's gonna be a slow burn. I really do. I think they're gonna go with a slow burn for this. I don't think Arthur Blank is gonna rush this I don't think he's gonna be in the rush for this. So I think when Arthur Blank does make his press conference on Thursday, I think he does introduce Matt Ryan, and I think he puts Matt Ryan in a general manager role. And I think it's just going to be a slow burn, and it's just going to be a wait and see for what we do in the off season.
All right, Ladarius.
Well, I think it's going to be interesting because there were reports I read that he still wants to stay at CBS and still wants to work for Atlanta. Now, which I'm not upset about because some guy named Tom Brady's kind of doing the same thing. Still working at Fox and still being a part of the Raiders organization. So I don't think that's going to be much of an issue. But I think you can take your time because like Arthur Blank is locked in on Matt Ryan. I think there's mutual interest there. And it's possible that he could, like Matt, still keep his job. and still be a part of the Falcons organization. That's not unprecedented. And I think it's a little bit differently because of Tom Brady is a part owner, like he's a minority owner. So it makes it a little tricky. But if they're able to figure that out, the whole situation with Matt Ryan, that's going to be fine. I just think that you bring in a guy similar. It's similar to what Denver did when they brought back John Elway. You need a familiar face, someone that the fans respect, and one of the greatest players in your franchise's history. And for Denver, it got him a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
It was sustainable. If you look at kind of like low key, like with Chris Spielman working with Detroit Lions, like a great linebacker, great mind, former broadcast. I think that's what this organization, they need a familiar face, and that's been the problem. It's just that you need somebody in that office, in that front office, who understands this organization, not just from a business perspective, understanding it from the player perspective and bringing in that insight a little as well from the roster aspect. And bringing a guy like Matt Ryan, it's like I guess it's like president of football operations, whatever the title is going to be. It makes sense because, like I said, I used the John Elway example, and 9 times out of 10, like John Elway is seen as maybe one of the greatest Broncos who ever played, and Matt Ryan is seen as one of the greatest Falcons who ever played. And they both have high IQs. If you watch CBS, Matt Ryan knows his stuff.
Oh, yes, he does.
It's not like so when he talks about the game, he looks at it's not coming from a place like out of thin air. And so I think they can take their time hiring, but not too long, because we understand a lot of the other teams may be looking for GMs as well. So I think you you get Matt Ryan in there, and you get the GM search, and then you get the coach, and have Matt Ryan be involved in the process to know what to look for, to understand, because quite frankly, I think Arthur Blank's trust was kind of low key betrayed, because like I said, he wanted Belichick. But you had Rich McKay and Terry Fontenot say, "Oh no, let's get Raheem." And now you see 2 of those guys are out of the building, and one guy got, as they say in business, he got reshuffled. He got transferred. He got shuffled around. So for Arthur Blank, he needs people in the building he can trust. Not saying he doesn't trust like Greg Beatles, but you get Matt Ryan in there, you'll know that it's in good hands, and he'll have at the end of the day, Arthur Blank will still have the final say. But having a guy like Matt Ryan in the building would be huge for Atlanta, because it did great. It did great for Denver. It really did. And I think it gets the credibility and the fans are kind of be more rallied behind, because a lot of fans feel disheartened. I think hiring Matt Ryan would kind of remove that and kind of bring more credibility.
I like Matt Ryan being hired. It's like, we talk about trying to do things that other teams do. And some go, "Oh, you're copying, you want to be original." No, sometimes take notes to what's happening. The Lions should be one of the biggest points. The 49ers with John Lynch, John Elway. And look, I know there's other guys that have been there and they failed. It happens. I get that. I'm not saying that it's all a thousand way to go, Ramo. Oh, my God. And then Christy's killing me over here. So let's see. I think Matt experience, yeah. And I like the idea of Matt being able, look, if he wants to be a part of CBS too, if they're letting Tom Brady do his thing on Fox and they ain't got a problem with it, I don't have a problem with it. I think we have to understand you could do multiple jobs now. All right. These guys are not dinosaurs. They can do multiple jobs. Will there be a time maybe Matt's more full-time? Probably. But honestly, he's running day-to-day stuff. Or he'll be running stuff that we won't know what he's running. but I guarantee you the buck will stop with him. And that's what we need. And I'm not upset about that. I think that's what we need for Atlanta. I want to get on this ride and I want to see where it goes. I'm looking very forward to seeing what Matt Ryan can come up with. Give me a minute. So yeah, sorry, I had to give my son my code number because he told me to order something so I can have some dinner. So thank you, McDonald's app, for making things so easy. And I need a sponsorship today. For me, Ladarius, and John and Ryan, even though Ron is not here. But guys, tell the good people where to find y'all. We're going to start with John because, John, you've been so quiet. You're so nice. We're going to let you go ahead and tell the good people where to find you because I know you're going to have a review tonight. It's going to be a big show tonight, Monday Night Raw. By the way, I thought SmackDown was excellent. 3-hour show. I thought they did well. This is what happens when you put Rhea Ripley on Friday night. I'm just saying. Hey, we do not disagree about Rhea Ripley. You can joke about me.
I knew it. What? You just raised your voice at me?
Yes,
Let me
for Rhea Ripley,
get my mic a little higher.
Hold on. I will fight the devil for Rhea Ripley. Let me tell you something, brother.
Rhea Ripley is
Let me tell you something, brother.
No, you know what?
Go ahead, John.
I'm not gonna say it. Yeah.
All right, guys. You can find me on YouTube. I will be doing a Raw review tonight. It should be a good show. CM Punk versus Braun Breaker in the main event for the heavyweight championship. Should be a good match. And you guys can also find me on Twitter. I'll play around on there sometimes. And I'll pass it to the co-host that's beside me, my other partner, Ladarius, and tell him where to find you.
Wait a minute. John's doing throws now. He's throwing to me.
Yeah, he threw it to you. I'm like, whoa.
First of all, like I respect John, but listen, I gotta read that contract. I was like, wait a minute. Well, folks, that's the news tonight. And listen, it's the first week of the new year. Good night. Oh, by the way, you'll see C Double and John in the chair anchoring as I've announced my
And I will hold on. And I will take that resignation and do the following. Get that crap out of here.
Because apparently this is not. I was told I was getting the solo chair. I have to share it. Man.
You the star. What are you talking
right
about?
back.
I'll put the spotlight right on you.
Like no, who I really want as my co-host. I don't think we could have. Like doing the news. Like, listen, if I could have had, look. Like, I like Nia, but listen, you know what? I felt like, listen, it's just something about, like, if I get Io Sky, like, listen, or
I can make a phone call for you.
Listen, I'll get JC Jane, and listen, there will be no show. I won't be here. Like, you'll definitely, like, where you guys at? Yeah, we're on the plane. We're going to the Caymans. You guys got to figure it out.
Yo, I hate to break it to you, brother, but JC Jane is losing on Tuesday, bro.
Oh, he gets to call me brother? Now we do a lot of Hogan.
Oh God, he said bruh. He didn't say brother. He said bruh.
Bruh. Let me tell you something. Bruh. Let me stop. Hogan, Vince, Epstein, religion, like this. Man.
New Year's Eve, JC Jane losing to Kendall Gray. I'm not
mad at it. Hey, listen, you know who the real winner is? Me, because I get to console JCJ. I'm the real winner.
That is true. That is true.
Oh, come here, JC. Oh, why are you grabbing? Listen, I got to pick you up. Like in The Bodyguard, my darling, you. And then I just pick you up. Yeah. They told me I could sing too. They told me, like, usually you do the singing, but they said I have singing experience, and they want you to mess up your voice. I don't want you to mess up your astronomically talented gift of wrestling. So
titillating abilities.
He's got a way with words. Squeeze. Now, You can find me on social media. Focus up. I'm trying to be serious.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll be right back, guys. You can find me on Twitter and TikTok at Ladarius_Brown, Instagram Ladarius_Brown. You can find me doing the Sports in the World podcast. It's coming back this week on coming up this Thursday, the first new episode of the new year. We'll talk NFL playoffs, slip in some wrestling, talk a little basketball, a little unrivaled women's basketball, and more. Great to be back doing this with C-Double and John. I don't know, John, I guess has more creative control, than I thought, and I don't know how to feel about that.
Well, no, actually, I had none. That's where I'm trying to figure out where mine went.
No,
too.
I think you gave him the creative control, and maybe I should have took that phone call earlier. Maybe I should have ended the one call I was on and took your call, because oh yeah, we're giving John, freedom, which I don't mind.
I tried to call you. I was like, hey brother, we ain't talked.
To be honest, I'm honored to work with you guys, man. I learned a lot from you, Darius. I learned a lot from you guys, and it's an honor for me.
Yeah, you learned nothing from me. You learned all from C-Double. If this show taught us anything, I don't know what I bring to the table, because maybe I should have, if this was like the Last Supper, like I'd probably go in the table and be like, oh man, I shouldn't be in this table. I think I'm at the other one down the way. I'll take the corner table.
No, I mean,
this is the only table in the building. I'll take my food to go, and that's how takeout was for.
That's what Judas should have said. Judas been like,
yeah, I'll take my food to go, and that's how takeout was for. I'm sorry, John. Go ahead.
To be honest with you, Ladarius, you're a lot better than Raheem Morris. So there you go.
Wait, that's the measuring stick? Now I feel insulted. Let's wrap up the show. I gotta
I'm gonna have to be negotiating with people I didn't know I was negotiating with, man.
Listen,
John, you get me in trouble.
He hadn't seen my pants. I think that's why he made that judgment call. I like to keep my pants a little loose.
You make Raheem look just God.
I mean, I thought you were going to say Denzel, but okay, all right, whatever. All right. I don't have multiple Oscars, so I get it. Yeah, this John guy, I don't know. Is that deal at CBS? Is that still open? Do they still? Yeah.
I heard Matt Ryan's going to be losing. Matt Ryan's supposed to be leaving his job, so Ladarius Brown would be perfect.
I mean, yeah. It could be like
somewhere. If Matt Ryan wants to do his CBS gig, you let him do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're wanting to. Yeah. Go ahead.
So C-Double, where can all the amazing people find you and your work? You see, because John did it to me, and listen, I don't have an ego, but I don't know why that got to me today, but it just did. It's like, I don't know why, because in real, I don't have an ego, but it's like, oh, well, John threw to me. I was like, that was a curveball. It wasn't like a knuckleball. That was like a straight curve. And who couldn't hit curveballs? Me and Pedro Serrano. So apparently, when Pedro Serrano hit that curveball, listen, even Jobu could have hit that curve. But when he figured it out, the Indians got better. That cleanup spot, yeah, Willie Mays is at the top of the order. You got Serrano, you got Roger Dorn playing. Listen, I'm not saying I'm the Pedro Serrano of the show, but that same guy played arguably one of my favorite characters in TV of all time. He was President Palmer in 24. All time, one of my all-time favorite characters.
And for all-time favorite, you got Ricky Vaughn. So there you go.
Yeah, you got Charlie Sheen. Yeah, drinking Tiger Blood, is it? Yeah. So is Tiger Blood different from Panther Blood? Because I think it's under the same family. You know what? Anyway, speaking of blood, we're going to go over to who could potentially, separate it as a blood brother. C-Double, where can we find you and your amazing work? Because that's the news. And we're going to send it live out to C-Double to close out the show.
Oh my
hit
God!
My music.
Yeah.
Oh my! Cause that store gonna close.
All right. Where you can find me is the C-Double 28 channel. We are going to be doing some shows. We'll definitely be talking wrestling, man. We got a big night, Monday Night Raw. We're going to have a nice little discussion there. We'll talk SmackDown, talk about the general direction in wrestling too. Kind of, are we happy? Are we, because people think, all right, well, you don't critique WWE the way you do AEW. And I like to tell them you're not watching the show. And I haven't been doing shows because, holidays and everything. So we're back on track. We're going to have some fun. And honestly, I wanted to bring up the big thing is check us out on CW28 on YouTube. Get us some subscribes, the likes. If you enjoy it, man. And, check out Ladarius' stuff. He's been all over the place, and he's one of the best, man. He is. I mean, and I'm not just saying it because, he is my best friend, and he is a guy that I love seeing succeed. John, you're doing well.
Best friend. Did you hear that? Can we clip that?
Friend. He's my best friend.
Best friend. Like,
he's my best.
It's pretty. Like John's sitting right there. Yeah. It's like you kissing a girl and your wife is right there. It's like that sounds. It's like I hate for you to find out this way, but yeah, I wasn't always going to late night yoga. Yeah, that was the problem. Yeah. In a way.
Well, Darius, don't tell everybody this, man.
Listen. Oh yeah, I'll bring the milk. Sorry,
yeah,
I meant.
Yeah, Jesus, man! we try to keep things secret around here.
Okay, but I'll wear that thing you like, and it'll solve the problem.
Well, hey, the double date. Remember, you got Lacey, and I'll get whoever's out there. So don't worry. I'll call Zarya.
We have to bring one woman. We can't bring. I thought the double date meant you bring two women at the same. Okay,
you can, but they don't know that yet. But don't worry, it's all good.
Man,
it's all good.
Man,
we got this. We might die, but we're gonna get. You're gonna get the tag team champions tonight.
Hey, Ladarius, just don't bring him that can't count. So don't bring him.
Oh, listen. No. Oh, we're going. Let me tell you something. How the hell did this guy get a remake being the same guy? He's the same guy, and he's just knocking people up from behind. Who do you think he is? You think he is Sting? Like, at least Sting came from the Raptors. I'm like, oh, that's a different Sting because it's a different face paint. He had a black bat. Like, that's changing your character. All they did was darken Tony D'Angelo's clothes, and we never found out who attacked him at that table. Remember when he was eating dinner? There was like a big black shadow. Listen, I want to know who took it. So you tell me that Tony D'Angelo was taken out? I assume it was either Omos or the Jolly Green Giant, and all of a sudden, oh, that kills off his character, and we remake Tony D'Angelo thinking he's Darkwing Duck. Like, no, I don't like it. And like, if you're telling me that we're getting a Tony D'Angelo run in 2026, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to NXT personally. I live here. I will go until HBK. You need to stop because it's like just because. Listen, I don't see Lee fitting around here. I see Paul Levesque. I see your name. Where you point me to the office of Lee Aloysius phenomenal fitting because somebody's got to do better than this because you got Tony D'Angelo walking in 2026 with a revamped character.
And his character makes no sense. His character makes no sense.
I'm sorry. How many times was he NXT champion? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Can I have one? Can I just say this? Why does Dark
about Tony D'Angelo? I got to cut your mic off.
Why is Dark State a knockoff of the Shield? Why is that?
Okay,
you know what I think. You know what Dark State actually reminds me of?
What's that?
If they do it like they could be Nexus if they do it right, and because they could be Nexus. Because see, my whole thing about and people don't like this opinion. I do believe that Nexus should have got over.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Oh, absolutely.
Like I think like if Dark State's getting over, I let you look at Dion Lennox, the guy who talks about cheeks. Somehow he's with Rizzo. So wait a minute. That could be something right there. See, Rizzo's out injured and hurt, but she could come back.
And she's cooking.
Maybe she hired the guy to take out D'Angelo. You know what?
She needs to be the mastermind of Dark Side. Maybe she was the one that took him out.
Yeah, because apparently she knows what 3-on-3 means. She knows what even matchups mean. Like, hey, I'm going to pull
She made sure that the odds were even. Tony didn't.
Yeah. It's like she had no business jumping up the top rope to even the odds when you could have got somebody from Evolve. In fact, there was the guy doing security who had like the red beard. Like, get that guy. Like, we've seen superstars do security and then also be involved. Like, but no, you know what D'Angelo did? Oh yeah, it's you, Stax, and Crucifino, and there's 4 of them. You couldn't get a 4th.
And I have a question. Where is Jada Parker?
I don't know.
You know,
I mean, she may be hanging out with Jay.
Yeah, listen, we out here breaking up house.
Hey, Miss B.
we out here. You see Rikishi, my future daughter. I meant more than Rikishi podcast. Right? This. Nah, what was that thing you said? Nah, what did you say?
It was just him.
So literally, Yeet takes on a whole new meaning. All right.
Yeet.
Yeet.
Look. I mean, if he's hitting Jada, all I'm going to say is this: it's beautiful. So it's a beautiful situation.
Listen,
I'm not hating.
And then when Naomi gets better, like a tag team, Naomi and Jada Parker. Listen.
Come on.
By the way,
Jesus.
Bring back the mixed match challenge. I cannot tell you how much because now you got.
I want to one up you. Not just the mixed match. I want mixed match titles, bro. I want intergender championships. That's right.
Let me tell you something, America. We got Matt Cardona back. No, not Zack Ryder. Someone threw that guy off in the Long Island Bridge. So I don't even know Long Island has a bridge because I'm not from New York. So I don't know about geography there.
Well, so Tony.
Yeah, he probably threw himself in the water. That's how he probably went. Help! You see Zack Ryder go, woo, woo, woo. You know it's true. You can't count. And then walks away. And radio.
Look, that Kip Wilson theme is low-key banger. I don't care what anyone says. That music came on. I was like, oh my God, I really like this. Kip Wilson.
But listen, as long as he doesn't turn up like Vinci, because how I know it didn't work out with Vinci because the music was terrible. I'm like, man, they're not investing in this guy.
They did nothing for Vinci.
This man got beat in a tracksuit. Like, that's how I know we're not being serious. Like, bro couldn't take off his jacket. He gets pinned 1, 2, 3. I'm like, we're done. We're done. And now he's probably working somewhere as like a substitute teacher somewhere.
Oh,
and,
no. He a little out there. Trust me. Especially after a certain event happened. We don't
really.
Yeah,
what happened to him?
I think what was it? He's like, this is what happens when the end times come, because it was like a shooting he was talking about, but he was supporting the shooting, and it was like, bro, what the hell?
Listen,
I can't. Yeah, it was weird, bro.
The moral of the story here, kids. I told you Benji was bad. Listen, I told you.
Someone messed up with that coffee.
Yeah, listen, I'm telling you, listen. Just like I say with Coca-Cola. Listen, listen, they put actual cocaine in there. And probably, why are everybody doing that crazy stuff? Yeah, because everyone drinking Coca-Cola out here, punching each other and hitting each other with, yeah. So all I'm saying is that's why I drink Dr. Pepper. 23 flavors, and I don't care to know what those flavors are. All I know that they work together. They work together.
They work together. They work together to make my tummy go.
23 works because, hey, Michael Jordan, LeBron James.
23. And Garrett, from Myles Garrett, that got the sack record.
Yeah, 23. So 23 is a great number. So
he was able to hug Mr. Burrow for that record.
Yeah, and that's the same way that Strahan got the record when he sacked Favre. The very same way, where Favre just slid down.
So will T.J. Watt come find Myles Garrett and be like, "You took that from me"?
He's like, TJ, listen, you're in the playoffs. Just be lucky the Ravens guy can't kick a field goal. He's like, because listen, Lamar cooked y'all in that fourth quarter, and y'all,
that game was bananas.
Somehow, yeah. And then, I'm like, Mike Tomlin, why are you celebrating, my guy? Because if that rookie kicker makes that field goal,
You know why he was celebrating? Because they went 9-8, baby. We're still on the track.
Listen, I'll take a 9-8.
I know what this team would. It's like,
Yeah,
you know,
listen,
9-8 sounds pretty good right now.
I don't know if we could be 9-8 and still fire Raheem. I'd still take that. I made the playoffs.
I'll take 9. Can we fire Raheem though? That's yeah.
Or tell him, hey, here's my number 2 at Taylor. Let's loosen up those seams a bit. Let's get some breathing down there. Like, you know the song Wide Open Spaces? Yeah, let's focus on that. Because when they say room to make a big mistake, you ain't got no room to make no mistakes, and yet you made a lot of them.
I will never forget the game against Tampa. 19 penalties, the turnover where they should have lost the ball. And what happens at the end? You see Raheem coming up to the camera. Call that! And I'm like,
yeah, you're fired.
Did you not watch this game? I'm like, yeah, you're getting fired.
Or the game when he didn't call the timeout, yeah.
Yeah. Well, wasn't that the Rams game?
Yeah. It's
it
more of the
had
story.
to be
He
the
thought he could take that. Like, I can keep the timeouts, right?
Like, dude, stop with the refrigerator of timeouts. You can't keep it.
I need something in my fridge. Yeah, it's called food, which you need with money, and you earn money by winning, and you're a loser. And look. Listen, them slacks.
He's got 3 years. Hold on, he got 3 years still owed to him. So trust me, I don't think he's going to be going and getting beanie weenies. I think he'll be fine. You know,
don't you dare insult beanie weenies. Listen,
okay,
I'll be a rich guy.
Top, hold on, great value beans. How about that?
That's all I'm saying. Give me your finest pack of wieners and your finest case of cake.
Yes, folks, we have.
Hey, Raheem's cooking that midnight train, but it's not to Georgia though.
Oh God, we don't talk about what happened in Georgia. I mean, Ole Miss. Let's put it this way: Ole Miss took that game.
Listen,
they took the game. They took that game. I had no problem. I watched that game. I was like,
yeah, you know what? Hey, y'all got what, back-to-back national championships? Yeah, you know what? Let somebody else have it. Let Indiana win it. Let a basketball.
I mean, I'm not gonna no. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to see if Georgia could go against Indiana, but if we couldn't beat Ole Miss, I'm not gonna argue about it.
Listen, what Indiana did to Alabama, I'm like, so the lesson we learned here is that
maybe doubt.
We didn't let Alabama in for reasons like, oh no, y'all hating against Alabama. No, listen, Notre Dame would have got those cheeks clapped too, but still.
Yeah. Oh God, yes, yes. They look. That Kirk Cinetti, or however you want to say his name, homeboy was like licking his chops, wanting to go up against this team or against Alabama. He was ready.
He was like, because somebody asked him, "Oh, you know Alabama tradition?" I'm like, "That's something maybe you know more about, or we don't know." And I'm like, "Oh, this man's they're gonna blow out Alabama." And they did. I'm like,
he
you
just
think
had that look?
And they showed like when he first got hired, he's like, what he said? He said Michigan sucks, and I think he said, Iowa sucks, and and then they showed the score of the game. I'm like, I wish we can go back and say, oh yeah, we rolled that Tide, and then showed 38-3.
And look,
I didn't know Alabama had a field goal kicker. I didn't know. We learned that game. We saw him on the field once. Actually the kickoffs and the field goal. So
yeah, because they didn't do much else. That was
Ken DeBoer's like, man, I should have went to Michigan. That's what he said, man. I should have took that Michigan job.
Hey, he probably called, hey, are y'all hiring?
Sorry, we hired Kyle Whittingham. I thought he was going to retire. Yeah, we threw some of that Michigan money. It's not Utah money. And he decided to.
And maybe Raheem Morris can go to Ole Miss because I heard they need a head coach.
Oh, God. No, they got Pete Golden. That's their head coach. So Raheem could be the defensive coordinator now.
Yeah, where? Division II? Yeah, that's going to work, yeah. DeGrassi Junior High of the football team?
Let me tell you something, men.
Sir, we're only 13. Shut up, I'm talking.
We pay good money for you people.
You people? What do you mean?
Look, these khakis don't pay for themselves.
Actually, they kind of do once you take them off the shelf. You know what, kid? Run a lap. But get out.
I am happy, Raheem.
In the NFL. Well, sometimes in life you take a detour. Didn't Phillip Rivers coach high school, and you're coaching us? All right, guys, practice.
Can we meet? Can we meet Phillip Rivers?
Yeah. Like, and then you see.
My grandpappy used to watch him play football.
Yeah. His grandpappy said, "quote He was the fastest man." But Grampy's eyesight kind of went away after a couple of years. We didn't have the heart to tell him that it was just he was on fast, and we had the right to tell him. He said we just can't rewinding it like really fast. So he thought, "Oh man,
we didn't have the heart to tell him
fast." It's like, man, we can't tell him. Like, he's grandpappy. We can't. Someone's got to tell him, because this man.
Look at that arm, man. He got a cannon.
Look at that, bam!
Oh my God!
That's
he threw that right through a mountain.
He like a velociraptor.
So
what?
Malanga Gators. Malama Gators. Oh,
medulla oblongata. Yeah, I think Graham's medulla oblongata is probably gone too.
Yeah. What?
I think to use the football term, I think it's in the fourth quarter, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. All right, guys. We're going to wrap it up. I hope y'all like the show. Yeah, we're not taking knees. We don't do that, because we strong like that. Watch Monday Night Raw. Enjoy the show. Yeah.
No, it's been a clean show. No controversial topics. So we're gonna end the show on the highest of notes.
Yes. So remember,
listen, kids. Listen, let me tell you something. This is something for America. Don't be getting down on your knees unless you're trying to get something from that bottom mile. All right. Don't let nobody get in your face when you on your knees. All right. Don't let anybody. You stand up tall and you take it.
Yeah, take it like a man.
Listen, take it how you can take it. But the point is, you take it, and you get over it. Oh, this is motivating. I'm not talking about other. What do you think I'm talking about? I'm talking about like motivational, like when you're taking the knee. Like, man, nobody get in your face when you're on your knees because you don't want. Yeah, it's safety. I don't know what they think I'm talking about, but listen, stand up.
Stand up for yourself. Yeah.
Did he just do the fit? Oh man, good. He didn't stick his hand out. Like, oh man, we would have really canceled. He would have stuck his hand out forward in a. I'm like, oh man, we are done.
I was going solidarity. What are you talking about?
The first show of the new year is also the last show of the year.
C-Double has to cancel. What did I do?
We have to cut checks. I didn't know this company had a business office. Like,
who do I sign it to?
Like, we've been getting paid.
Love? Velvet, of course.
Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed the show.
Can we talk about this pay? It's the last one ever.
As we might be back here now.
Who knows?
Who knows? It might just be John at this point, and it might be John. Oh wait, John and Ron. Look at that. That's a radio show. We'll be right back with John and Ron.
An awesome show.
John and Ron.
John and Ron.
John and Ron in the morning. K93 FM. Sports.
That won't be controversial. Ron would not be controversial on the radio. He would be straight laced as you would get.
What about C-Double and Ladarius? We don't know where they are right now. So, but we're focusing on the John and Ron show.
John and Ron, baby.
Sports radio show. And also,
is that Freedom Rock
as well? We'll be playing for anything from Leonard Skinner to Usher. We come here for the John and Ron show. Sweet Home Georgia. Because we're not saying that Sweet Home Alabama stuff. Because this is Georgia Sports Radio. C-Double and Ladarius have been in the place for obvious reasons. Yeah, we're doing the show here. We're in the water. We're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Boom, boom, boom. International.
Bloop, bloop.
Yeah. David C. Double, my
Come
son.
back! Look at this! Come back!
You know I can't swim. I didn't wear my floaters.
Look at this!
And they started playing the Titanic song. Yo. I know what I want to do.
Jack! We flipped those two over.
Yeah. Give me that rap, Jack. You don't need it. Well, you're going, Jack. You don't need.
I want to be. Hold on. Let's be honest. Hold on. We didn't care about Jack and Rose. We looked at the guy that was like, I have a child. Homeboy kidnapped somebody for freedom. That's what you do.
Hi, America. Yeah. You know, we condone kidnapping if your life's on the line. Like it was the 1900s. They didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah. Kidnapping right there in front of all of us.
Right. We don't condone it, but that man was looking out clearly for him. What about this kid? Listen.
I call him
that
freedom.
kid will grow up to be a descendant. No.
I called him Saved My Life.
Yeah. And that kid ended up being Philip Rivers.
And a great-grandfather of 50. Hold on. Somebody showed a picture of like all the fans, and they kind of like did like a meme with it. It's like, look, Philip Rivers' children. It's like a whole section.
Like they could do like the Sunday Night Football intros. Hi, Susie Rivers, Jack Rivers, Jacqueline Rivers.
God.
6 months ago. What?
Gaga goo goo. Like what?
Oh, I'm the oldest. How old are you? 40. But Philip Rivers is 40. But wait, he's actually older. Oh man, I don't know. What, listen, I guess he. Listen,
he
remember,
looked tight.
Remember, he was in.
That uniform was snug on him. That uniform was snug on him.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. Like, listen, you got to tighten some things up.
He was a couple of burgers away from Al Bundy. He really was.
Listen, Mrs. Rivers was like, oh, who's gonna help me with these kids? Oh man, I gotta go play football. See ya. And he got,
honey,
I gotta go be a hero.
Money.
I gotta go be a hero. It's a 1-year deal. Actually, it's more of a couple of game deal. Wait, you get back here. I'm gone. See ya.
5 years of insurance.
He's yelling at down the road. Hit my music. On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. It's not because I got those kids and grandkids at home. I just want to be on the road again.
I got 11
kids.
I
lied. I need to get away from them kids, even if it's back to the Colts. They know my name, and I still go to that place where I can eat alone in a booth without sharing my food with 10 other people.
Look, Joe Flacco said it perfectly. You know, I used to feel bad for those guys that ate alone. Now I look at it like, man, this is paradise. I'm like, there you go, Joe. That lady is happy when he was on the... Yeah. Bro, all I know is this. Philip Rivers, there has to be a parody movie about him. Just for the simple fact. He's a great
Who we get to play him? We'll get Kevin James. Because apparently Kevin James can play Sean Payton. And I'm like, listen, I'm not sure. I'm not a casting director, but it shows me your budget right there. That's all.
You know, maybe, you know, if that's the case, Jack Black needs to play Philip Rivers.
Yeah, Doug Heffernan from King and Queen. Yeah, that guy.
Oh, my Lord. All right, guys. Well, that's the show. I'm going to eat, and I'm going to watch Raw. See that about?
Thanks. You say you go watch it Raw? Whoa.
Watch Monday Night Raw.
You said watch it Raw. Buddy, that's not a way to close the show. That's all. Folks, what he meant to say that we're going to watch Monday Night Raw.
We're going to watch Monday Night Raw in the Raw.
No, it's too late, but it's already on the way. It's already out there, pal. We didn't need to know all of that, okay? What you do with your food and is none of our business.
I want my potato chips.
Yeah, he probably likes those raw too. Good night, everybody. Let's end the show.
Peace.
On the road again.
Then we're getting ready to